Preacher Dude Rocks here to talk to you a little bit about Splatoon with my friends.
Nico Mar.
And Solus.
If you didn't know, Nintendo had a very specific event for like a couple days now that was called the Splatoon Global Test Fire. It allowed lots of people with Wii U's and even without Wii U's, I think, right, at like Best Buys and stuff, to try out the game for a little bit. And we're here to talk about that. What do you guys think about the event itself?
Personally, I thought that it was a little silly that it was kind of condensed into 1 hour segments, because you are able to get a good feel for the game within like the hours, but it just didn't feel like enough time. Like, you could miss out. Like, there could be problems that won't show up within the course of an hour, or maybe even like during 1 hour segments, because you don't have like the consistent strain. I would say maybe on their servers, if that's how it would work.
I get you. Like an hour might sound like enough in their head, but with all the problems that were added on top of it,
I think they should have done like a 2-day test or something like that.
Right. I actually didn't play for that long. I played it once, like one day, that 1 hour. So I was good. After that, I was like, all right, yeah, seems pretty fun. But I do think it was kind of short still, because I know there's people that would probably like it more than I did.
Yeah. No, I had a friend that's very obsessed with the game, and he's been trying to get all the hour segments in.
So I guess that's kind of the major question. Solus, Nico, Preacher Dude Rocks, did we like it?
Yes.
Yeah. No, overall, I think the game, it's very fun. It's a different kind of game because, there are, I think a friend said that there are modes like, Team Deathmatch where kills are the things that matter, but like the core game at least is about capturing the most area. So it's kind of like more of a team-based game instead of you just go run and gun, do whatever, and then help your team, like just do it yourself.
Right. Solus, you said you liked it too, right?
Yeah, I had lots of fun with it.
Right. Yeah, I think I liked it too. I had some kids over, like friends of mine, and they really seemed to enjoy it. They got it really quickly. It wasn't as complicated as I guess every other shooter that exists.
Yeah, it is a bit more simple, and especially with obviously the visual design is more kid friendly. So I feel like if the game does become this like big competitive thing and people like to play it at tournaments, then it will be very open.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about the visual and aesthetics or whatever. It's a pretty game, I guess.
Yeah. I really like the visual. Like, the paint doesn't look shitty, which is good. You don't want your stage covered with this very like flat, plain look. Like, could you imagine if you just cover the stage, it looks like what you would see when you're starting to model it without any textures applied?
No, I get you.
That would not
Really
be
flat. Like,
that
it's
would
good
not
that
be
the
pretty.
paint at least looks fine.
Yeah, I think the paint was like my favorite thing to look at. I don't know, just something about it. It just looked pretty.
Yeah.
Like pretty paint.
It's pretty gunky, chunky.
It looks like real paint.
Yeah.
And it doesn't just like kind of lay out on surfaces. It like splatters over the place, so you get some cool effects over the whole stage.
Yep.
No, there's some good design, even in the sound design too, because like when you're, I guess, splatting paint, like it sounds like you are,
Oh yeah.
And also like kills, although it's not as rewarding as a pow like in Call of Duty, like you hear like the enemy drown and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of horrifying that you're just
Intense.
with paint.
And it's like hearing them drown and die.
Like you're just using a giant roller and like crushing them to death while paint's like dripping down their mouth.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
It's creepy.
you need to stop.
So I think they Nintendo did a really good job there. We've already talked about it many times, but one of the things that's kind of genius is that the opposing teams don't just have colors that look pretty. It's more about the colors being opposites, and it works even for people that are colorblind. So you never get distracted.
Contrast.
What are you saying?
What? Me or Nico?
I don't know. Someone was talking.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say, like, it is cool that they do randomized colors, at least for the demo. I hope that's like a consistent thing that's just in like throughout all the modes. It's just you get like random colors for your teams. But
Okay.
yeah, there aren't any problems with two people wind up with like a variation of blue. No, they've made sure that they wind up with more opposite colors.
Yeah.
Colors that like clash in a way that you wouldn't get confused.
Yeah. Nintendo's genius.
I mean, it's a thing that you're like, okay, they got this right, so they at least know what they're doing. They're not like screwing off.
Right, right. But you know, I can't say I ever doubted Nintendo with anything like that. But something that it is always a risk with their games is just how the online works. And I'm sure as many of you guys know out there, and of course us, it was kind of a struggle to kind of get the game working or the demo working because like you get in, it might kick you out a couple times. If it lags, it just kicks you out. Doesn't even try to lag.
Yeah.
That only happened to me on the last day.
Oh, okay. I see. Well, you got lucky.
Yeah, see, I don't know if it's a problem specifically with my internet or not, but I find that with Nintendo games such as Mario Kart 8, if I have any like lag issues, then it likes to just kick me out instead of persist with them. And that happened with this game. Like the second I ran into any lag, you just kick me out. And it was fast. It was easy to get back into another game, but that is kind of concerning that you could be in the middle of a match and instead of just like suffering some lag, it just kicks you out.
I don't think I ever suffered any lag, nor did I get any like lag kicks. But I definitely got a lot of, you can't join this because someone has a problem. It's like, what?
Oh, yeah, I think I've had that happen like only a couple times.
Right. So hopefully they get that down pat. But also something that we kind of forget as gamers sometimes is that online has a lot of menus and systems that go into play. What do you guys think about like the lobby and like just playing together in general? Like, do you think it's good enough to like get together with people? Do you think it will be good enough? Is this a good sign?
You see, the problem is like I haven't watched up on the Splatoon Direct, so I don't know too much information. But as long as they have lobbies like Call of Duty where you can just get people into the same party as you fairly easily, then I don't think there'll be a problem with having friends join in on your games.
Yeah, I did see the direct, and it seems like they have something of the sort.
Yeah.
Yeah, like where you can team up with a friend like in like this kind of other menu and then both jump into a match. Correct?
Yeah, it's like all I can really say on the matter because I don't remember too well offhand is that it's hella similar to what we're used to, but I think there's a couple Nintendo quirks in there that kind of make it either unique or more difficult.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, speaking of difficult, let's talk about this the actual gameplay. How do you guys feel about the game's weapons and stuff? Because that's important.
Yeah, like something that seemed a little weird to me was I was expecting them to be of longer range. Like it was
Yeah.
surprisingly short when I started playing. I'm like, oh, this is very strange.
All the weapons in general.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously the sniper rifle, the charger, I believe it's called, that has a longer range.
But dude, even that one, like I tried it out when I tried it out for the first time,
Yeah.
and I charged it up and I pointed it at a sucker and I just saw it fall flat. I was like, what is going on?
What is this? Yeah, this isn't like Battlefield where you're shooting people from across the map with sniper rifles.
Yeah.
This is definitely like a closer game, which I mean that definitely promotes more of completing the goal of covering the stage with paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if people could like each other from like very long distances, then you'd see a lot of just camping around certain areas and then keeping people away versus
Yeah.
like actually having to get down and dirty in the areas to take them.
Dirty.
Yeah,
on,
and I mean, like,
Silas.
obviously they can't have it go too far and cover like this very distant surface. That might be a little unfair in certain situations.
Right. I think the weapons. I mean, we only got like a taste of what 3, 4.
Yeah, we got
It
4.
was- yeah.
Sadly, the sniper we got didn't have a scope, which it seemed a little awkward without a scope because there wasn't even like a sort of zoom function.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, that was weird.
Like, I hope I did not miss that because, like, it just felt like it was harder to aim at people, you know? Especially, like, they want to set you up, like, by default with the motion controls, and I don't think that works at all.
Well,
With
Yeah,
something like
I
that.
turned those off right away.
yeah.
Yeah, I just...
I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't find out until later.
Yeah, I don't think they prompted you or told you. So
Was it better without?
it was different. I think like it works kind of more, like this just the standard shooter game without it.
Okay. Well, I definitely got to try that out because the motion controls were always a little jarring because I wouldn't like it wasn't like in my nature to just move the gamepad to aim. Like I was just
Yeah,
sticking it.
it seems a little strange, especially since the right stick still moves like left to right, but
Yeah.
not up to down. It's a very weird experience.
Um. Well, I mean, yeah. I also, yeah, yeah. I think,
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, all I was gonna say is that I also think, uh, the weapons, the whole short range thing. I don't know. I really don't know how I feel about that. Maybe that's just a good thing because it's kind of part of the gameplay. But at the same time,
yeah.
the roller felt a little overpowered to me.
Oh yeah. I mean, like my friend was talking about how, oh yeah, the standard like assault rifle or the submachine gun might be like good counters to the roller. Like the whatever one has the shield is definitely a good counter because you could just sit there and they can't do anything to you.
Mm.
But the roller, like overall, the reason why I think like they probably would nerf it is because sure you can counter it with other weapons, you can kill the other player, but that thing covers a lot of area with paint, and
Oh
the
Yeah.
main
yeah,
goal of the game is to cover areas with paint. So if you're playing a mode like that, obviously that weapon is gonna be the most like versatile thing.
yeah. I found myself saying, "Why shoot when I can just roll?" Like,
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
like in that kind of mode, if the roller stays like as good as it is, then it might be like teams of two rollers at the very least, and then like two other people. Roller's definitely going to be the dominant
Yeah.
weapon in that kind of thing.
yeah. At least from what we can tell. Um.
Yeah. Well, like I was just playing a game on the most recent test fire, and my team was losing, and I just like kept on rolling, 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 even though I kept on dying, and we still won. So
Yeah, that really goes to show.
yeah,
Yeah.
it just I don't think it's like insanely overpowered or anything. I just think it's like a really good weapon
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it is.
yeah.
It's a fucking paint roller. This is what you use to apply paint. Like realistically, come on.
Yeah.
I'm hoping once the game actually comes out, there are some things that kind of counter it really nicely.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
and I just realized that we've been like saying paint and stuff like that, and people are probably gonna be like, "No, it's ink."
Yeah,
Excuse
you're
me, it
right.
is paint.
I mean, it's like the same thing. It's just kind of odd that you're like applying
Have
ink.
you ever seen dark blue ink?
Have you ever seen Super Mario Sunshine playthrough?
Yes, I have actually.
Yeah, it's paint. Actually, it's ink. I have no idea.
You know, pink.
It's pink. Yeah.
Paint ink.
Even when it's a blue, it's pink.
Paint ink. If you combine it, it's pink.
I
So,
get it.
blue
I
pink.
get it.
But I found that the sniper, the charger in particular, like, cause there was a match where the opponents actually got like really good on us, and they were spawn camping, and like when you just spawn with the sniper rifle, you really can't do anything. Like they could just get you right there. But if
Yeah.
you have a charger, you can just like roll out and just run over them.
Oh
So I feel
wow.
like the sniper, like it might be good, but only if your team has like a pretty good advantage.
I see. Yeah.
It's a good like cleanup tool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. Like you need the space and the time to use it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
something that you should be using from the back lines when your like team already has like this like good push going, so you can get people away that are trying to like knock off your rollers, like maybe your two rollers that are going, and then also to keep the lead.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying because sometimes I would find someone that was really close to me and I wanted to shoot something really
Yeah.
quickly, really fast, really close. And it's like, no, that's not how that gun works. And I get
It
creamed.
stinks that there's no kind of like melee.
Yeah.
My.
Um, well, moving on from that, I mean, I hardly remember any of them, but there's only like 3. What'd you think of the maps?
Oh.
2, actually. Only 2.
Oh, wow.
Well,
I think they were cool, but they don't really like stand out to me.
No.
Like I
thought
mean,
they
it's
were
kind of
okay.
cool. Like you have this like oil rig style area, then you also have this place that's like in a factory of sorts.
Yeah.
But like they don't really seem too special in their presentation, but I feel like they were set up pretty well in terms of like choke points and
Yeah,
areas
yeah,
you can go to.
Yeah.
In terms of design, I think they actually do work.
yeah.
But
They
that's just from initial impression. Like they might be broken later, but at least from what I had, from my first try, like they seem like they were set up pretty well. There were
um
like especially the oil rig. Like there was this big space in the back that you could just throw paint all over, and that was like this big area you'd want to
yeah.
control. Yeah,
And the factory one started reminding me a little bit of Black Ops 2 in the sense that like it had very distinct lanes that you could go through.
oh yeah, that map seems
Yeah.
kind of like a sniper map, like sniper oriented at least,
Hmm.
because you have this big open area in the middle, and then you have like a bunch of points on the sides where you can get around.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I guess I like the two, but I think a lot of that boring presentation just comes down to the fact that really you're gonna be the one that's gonna liven it up with all your
Yeah,
colors.
exactly. I mean, you're putting
Yeah.
throwing paint over everything, so it doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah. So yeah, we're definitely not gonna get anything that's like a Super Smash Brothers style like stages that'll get us hype in that same way. It's more like templates, and you're gonna fill it in. So
Yeah.
I just hope that like I mean they've already announced there's gonna be like a lot of new stages and whatnot, but I just hope that if they really can't make it so the presentation is like amazing with these new ones, then I just hope they got some great like map ideas in terms of gameplay on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they already have interesting game modes. Like they have something that's kind of similar to Capture the Flag, where you have to be on top of this thing that you push to the other side.
Oh yeah.
Right. Well,
Yeah. So
Mhm.
that's kind of cool. I mean, I like to see the unique styles of play that they're presenting because we only got to play like really one thing, so we don't understand the full experience yet.
yeah, of course.
But overall, I do think it's a good game, but I don't know if I'll pick it up at retail.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. Solus, Nico, Preacher Dude Rocks. Are you excited? Are you gonna get this game?
Who's gonna start?
Yeah, Solus, you want to start?
Oh, okay. I did have a lot of fun with the demo, so I do think I will pick it up, just not on day one. I might wait a little
Hmm.
bit,
Yeah,
Okay.
but that might
see
be
how
because
it,
my
goes.
birthday is just a few weeks after, so
Mm,
that's probably why I'm waiting.
makes sense. Strategic.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
like it's just that I did have a lot of fun with it, and that was just a demo, and I could have played it for longer, and so I really want to see like what the full game has to offer. So
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
hmm
Nico, go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you.
Me? Okay. Yeah, when it comes down to it, I don't know. Like I'm really big about games and shooters where you can get a good group of people in there, and you're all working together efficiently. So I mean, like obviously, if I have friends who are playing the game, then I might jump in too. But I don't know if this is something I would be picking up at retail. I might see how it blows over at the very start. I know it'll get good like reviews and stuff, but I want to check out like all it has to offer
Right.
in the release.
I share a little bit of your sentiment. Like I love COD. I love Battlefield. I love Halo. Like there's a lot of shooters that I enjoy.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll really enjoy this one because it's a shooter. Like I feel like I'm enjoying it because it's a Nintendo game and it just happens to be a shooter.
Oh yeah.
But whether or not I'll pick it up day one, I really don't know because it was fun and all.
Well, it just doesn't. Yeah, like my friends are really hyped about it. I can tell you that.
I
but
just
to me,
think
it
I
just
think what
doesn't
stops
create
me
this fun.
is that I've heard, and it seems like
Yeah.
the game on day one is gonna be kind of bare, at least relatively compared to what's on the way. There'll only be a few modes, there'll only be a couple maps, and the
Yeah.
multiplayer's the big thing, you know. So if the multiplayer is bare, and this is a multiplayer game, like I think I can wait a bit till it's actually pampered. So I don't know.
Mhm.
I'll have to see.
Do you guys think that the like presentation of the game could turn people off? Like even if it could be this like very strategic game, the fact that it's like you're playing as like little squids and you're painting this whole area, like I don't know. Do you think it might sway people away? It might take a look at this and be like, I don't know if I want to play that.
What do you think, Solis?
Yeah.
Somewhat, yes.
I would say like yes and no, because for one, I'm over here like Squid Girl for waifu, Squid Girl for Smash.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
you need to
Well, if
calm
you're
down.
like that, I can see the appeal.
Yeah,
I
but
mean-
but at the same time, you also got those two creepy dancer chicks that like give me nice nightmares from like the direct.
You almost said nightmares. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's like not even what I was trying to say. But no, I mean, but real talk, I don't think so. I think it's like inviting enough that even if you're like boring businessman in his 40s, you're like, oh, maybe I should check this out. I mean, I know it's
Maybe
like
I
I know it's kiddish looking,
Yeah.
but
I mean, like, yeah, tons of Nintendo games have that
yeah.
childlike quality to them, but I mean, it doesn't deteriorate.
And I think
From the
what
quality of
makes
them.
it better than, let's say, like a Yoshi's Woolly World is that it also has a very like fresh, young, rebellious, urban feel. So
Oh yeah, there's graffiti everywhere.
So-
No, actually, I'll
Uh-huh.
have to say, like, I was surprised when I started hearing like this hard rock riff in one of the songs.
yeah,
like, I
there's
think
there's
the
that too.
Music is kind of cool. I just don't like the voice in any of it.
Oh, I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, did you
Oh.
guys see that like Squid Kid commercial that Nintendo released?
No,
No.
Oh my gosh, you'd have to look it up. You could probably play in the video. Like,
I'll put it in right here.
You're a kid now, you're a squid now. You're a kid, you're a squid, you're a kid, you're a squid, you're a kid now. Ink it all now, up the wall now. Disappear, going back when you turn back to Jack. You're a squid now. Rise out of the ink and push this through.
Rated everyone 10 and up.
Scared.
it's like my friend told me about this. Like, they put out a commercial and it was just like so horrible that they took it down from their official page.
Yes.
And then like they put it back up. I think, but
I gotta go look at it after this.
Well, I mean, I just hope that people give this game the time of day, because this is something kind of rare. It's a new IP from Nintendo.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's new, and we haven't gotten a new IP since like a long ass time ago.
well, I know that they're working on a bunch of new IPs, especially Miyamoto. You know, he's working on that robot game and the other like kind of tower defense style game.
Well, yeah, but like this is the first of the new IPs to come. So
Yeah, and I don't want them to be discouraged by people saying, "Oh, it
Yeah,
doesn't play like
see, the problem
COD."
is, like, yeah, the problem is with a game like this, like, Nintendo might get the wrong idea because, like, if not a lot of people buy into this, they might feel like they don't want to push out new IPs and just do the same old, same old. But it's like they're just maybe not doing the right kind of new IPs, you know?
Maybe.
yeah,
Maybe.
Hmm.
Like, I hope that this game does well so they feel more encouragement and they start pushing out a lot of new ideas because, I mean, that's always a good thing. Then we get a way better first-party install base on the Wii U.
Yeah. I mean, I trust Nintendo. They're pushing this at the same level as Mario Kart 8. And if Nintendo could make RTSs like accessible with Pikmin, I think they can make online shooters accessible as well with Splatoon. So I definitely,
Yeah.
although maybe it won't be for me, I know that it might be for a lot of people.
Yeah, I feel like this will be great for tons of people.
yeah. Like for me, I've never really been a fan of things like Call of Duty and Halo and stuff. But I really like Splatoon, so I'm one of the people.
Yeah, this game was made for you,
For me,
specific to you.
I feel so special.
Okay, so do we have anything else? Any other things we want to talk about?
No, I think I kind of gave a nice little speech there at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it, but I mean, we might have missed something, I'm sure, but it's not a big deal. This was basically to talk about the gameplay and what we
Yeah.
thought of the demo.
Yeah, so I mean, with that, I guess, what did you guys, the viewers, what do you guys think about Splatoon? Did you try out the global test fire? Will you be picking it up as soon as it
Yeah.
comes out? Are you
What's your
excited?
favorite class, you know?
Oh, yeah, I wish.
Do you
but-
wish
Like
that they
me.
would have given us a scoped charger in the demo? That would
I
have
mean,
been nice.
Splatoon.
Yeah, just go ahead and comment below. Remember to like, subscribe,
Too similar to the assault rifle.
like us on Facebook. Just keep the banter up in the background.
Yeah, we'll just.
Splatoon and Tentacles.
You know,
Yep.
I've been painting my house quite a while, so Splatoon turns me off.
/ Facebook.com/Smashcast. Twitter is @SmashcastTweets. And see you guys next time.
Yeah, this was my
Bye.
first splat. Tell us about your first splats.
Yeah,
Oh my.
use the
My first splat was
hashtag
magical.
my first splat. I'm sorry, guys. My first Smash was a terrible video. I apologize.
Yep.
Let's not even go there.